Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have some Aitx news, but before we even do that, I want you to look at this weekly chart. This is a weekly chart. Take a good look at this weekly, because you look at the weekly here, and it's looking like we're getting ready for another run. You look at the MACD. What do you see on the MACD? You see this crossover here on the MACD. Look at that. It led to a move to 006. Then we crossed under, came back down to 002s, 003s, and then it crossed over again, had that huge run to 0099. Crossed under again, came all the way down to previous support, 002s, 003s. We're just going sideways there. And you can see the MACD. I'm not saying we're getting ready to run. I'm just saying the fact that we've come to this point indicates that when that MACD does cross over, and it could happen here towards the end of the year, beginning of the year, because we know most runs tend to happen around that time and towards mid-June of next year. And no one should be surprised that this whole, since when did the big run end? In May. Since May. So June, July. since we topped out in May, we've been going down since then. I think we're due for a run, is what I'm saying. It's been, that's a lot. Really? Since May? That's not include, no way. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, since May. June, July, August, September, October, November. I'm not gonna say I'm calling it, but I wouldn't be surprised if we run here in December, because sometimes that happens. We get runs in December or beginning of January, so that's what I'm looking for. So keep an eye out for that crossover on the MACD on the weekly. You have to look at the weekly, because the daily's too choppy because of the barcoding price action. So keep an eye on this weekly, because I think we're gonna get another run. I have a limit sell at 004, because if it does run, it's not gonna be because of a big PR. I don't think we're gonna get a 1 cent run again. I think we'll get like a small little pop like last time, because we do get a bunch of pops if we switch to the daily. Yeah, see the barcoding price action, you look at the MACD, it just doesn't tell you anything, right? But then you switch over to the weekly and you're like, seems like, we're primed for a run at some point in the this is the weekly, by the way, so it's going to take weeks, right? Just to be clear, it's not going to happen tomorrow. It's the weekly crossover that we're looking at. But yeah, like a pop here. Like, I think it's going to be one of those. It's just going to be a pop. I don't think we'll get a big run. I would be shocked if we did, and I'm not going to complain. Either way, I'm looking to flip my 15K that I added down here, because I have the other 5K, at an average up there in like 006s, 5s. But the fact that I added my biggest positions and doubled down here at 002s, 003s, means a move to 004 nets me like a couple grand. So, like, I'm sitting pretty and confident. If you haven't jumped in, again, it's looking like we're getting close to a run. And this is the weekly chart, so keep in mind, by close, I mean, a couple months out, in my opinion. And keep in mind, it's funny if you think about it. This whole time we've been dumping since May, since that huge run, and that's no negative news has really come out. We knew they were going to increase the authorized shares. We know they're going to dilute. We know there's a no reverse split, so at this point it's kind of, we know all this stuff. People who complain or use the whole, they dilute all the time, their authorized shares are horrible. People who use that as like ammunition to, I guess, try to bring the stock down or make people scared, it doesn't matter. People have been saying that since 2021 because they have nothing else, and number two, it doesn't matter. When the stock bottoms out, it's very clear that none of that matters, because we still get a huge pump anyways. Or at least a nice little 50%, 100% little move, I would call it. So there you go. That's your alert. But oh yeah, no, we do have a PR. I'm just excited because that you would look if you only stare at the daily, you would miss out on the fact like, that weekly is kind of telling a different story. It's almost like we're getting ready to run. Again, it's going to take a couple months though because it is the weekly crossover that we're looking at. Okay, our PR for today. Reaching 1,000 device milestone. Didn't we get a PR like this already? We already knew they were gonna. What? I'm confused. I'm pretty sure we already had this PR. Did they have like a brain fart over there? We already got this PR. I think we already talked about the 1,000 milestone. 1,000 device milestone. Yeah, I think this is just a rinse and repeat PR. Okay, guys, never mind. Oh, wait. On October 8, 2024, RAD announced that it was nearing the 1,000 device milestone. And now they're just confirming it. That's some weird PR. That's a weird PR strategy. Hey, we're almost going to reach 2,000, guys. 2 years later, we finally reached 2,000. And we came out with that PR telling you that we would reach 2,000 2 years ago. Like that, I don't know. That's just odd. Okay, that's it. I'm done with the video. There's really nothing here. This is nonsense. This is whatever. Their PR strategies have been odd. I don't think they haven't been dropping PRs like they used to. And I imagine it's because towards the end of the year they kind of just tend to, they kind of don't have much, and they just go sideways on the stock as well. And their most recent PRs have been kind of rinse and repeat for some reason. I guess they're running out of material. I don't know. That's just strange to me that they dropped the PR. Like, we already knew you were going to reach 1,000 devices. I never questioned that. I believed that. And I'm sure a lot of you did believe that as well, that they would be able to reach that. But I don't think it was necessary for them to rinse a PR like that. That's like me talking and saying the same thing over and over again just for the sake of reaching the 8-minute mark so I can get triple the ads. Basically, you just get more money for your time there when it comes to ads. But anyways, let's just look at the monthly chart here. The monthly chart, see, you look at the monthly chart and it doesn't really tell any story, right? You look at the monthly and you're like, it's not very reliable. Versus the weekly, when this MACD like this, when it starts getting close like that, and you see these little red lines getting smaller, usually means we're getting ready for a pump. Just want to show you an example before I let you guys go, because I finally hit the 8-minute mark. Woo! Getting the time in. Yeah, NVIDIA, I alerted that yesterday in the Discord because I'm like, hey, this thing's gonna pump. And can you guess why I said that? Look at that daily crossover. You see that crossover in the MACD on the daily? I saw that crossover and I'm like, guys, buy in because we're gonna pump. Because when NVIDIA gets a crossover, look at that. Look at how much it moves on a crossover. So I know I rarely talk about indicators, but the MACD, very useful. But you got to make sure to look at all the time frames and see where it's the most where it gives the most reliable signal more than anything. So again, if you want to join the Discord, we like to buy bottoms. We also like to chase on MACD crossovers, clearly, as I just showed you. And there is a free trading booklet in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next one.